I'm gonna smile. Just, oh, why does my heart look so funny? This is fun. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So, you know what today's vibe is? Today I'm wearing my velveteen sweatsuit from Aerie, which I'm obsessed with, and I feel so cozy. And I really feel like doing another episode. I only did one episode of this where I shopped my PR stash. And basically the idea behind this is I'm always receiving mail, which is so awesome to keep up with these launches. But also I wanted to create a series where I could like go shop my PR stash and go through everything and really choose products out of things that are sent to me that I personally am genuinely really excited to try. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go upstairs and we're going to go into my PR room and I'll kind of vlog it and show you guys my thought process and choose some products. And then we'll come back down here and try them all and that'll be it. So let's go ahead and go upstairs and I'm going to fill up my little bucket. So let's go. Okay, we have entered the PR realm. I've got my little bucket and we're going to go through a few of these things and choose some stuff to try today. So first off, Kaja sent the cutest package. I've actually tried their eyeshadows, these right here, and they're really fun. And they emailed and wanted to send more. So I was like, yes, please. I would love to try some of this. This looks like a lip duo. This thing right here is winged eyeliner, and then this is a must-haves collection. Looks like there's a cheek stamp. I've honestly always wanted to try this. I don't know if I'm gonna try everything in here, but I think I'm gonna use this as my blush. So first thing in the bin. Okay, some of these things I've already unboxed on Instagram, but if you don't watch my Instagram stories, I'm gonna tell you about them here. I really want to try this. This is EcoTool's new biodegradable makeup sponge. I think it's so cool that a brand came out with something that's gonna be completely biodegradable, so we'll try that. Okay, this is the thing that I definitely want to try for sure. This is the new Bobbi Brown Crushed Shine Jelly Stick. So I have loved all of Bobbi Brown's crushed lip lines, like the oil infused gloss. There's a couple other products too. I can't really get this open with one hand, so I will choose a shade and put it in the box. Actually, I don't really know what look I'm gonna do yet, so let's just put the whole box in my bin. Okay, this is something that I definitely want to try out today. So this is from Becca. These are the new Light Shifter Dewing Tints and Finishing Veils. So there's two new products. I kind of want to try both. Should I? I think I might. This is supposed to be like a tinted moisturizer style product, but very glowy. So I don't know if I would use it as an actual foundation. I might use it as more of like a primer. But then this really got me too. This is the Becca Light Shifter Finishing Veil. It's like a finishing powder. I love finishing powders. So I'm going to choose the shades that I think will work best for me, which I think will be Scattering in the powder and then Luminary in the tinted moisturizer. I just realized my thumbnail looks like kind of busted because it is. Please excuse that as I unbox. Really excited about that though. It looks so pretty. This is fun. This is the Morphe Sweet Oasis collection. So there's an eyeshadow palette and then also brushes and glosses. I don't know if I want to try a new eyeshadow palette today. Maybe I'll set this aside because it's such a pretty color scheme. So I'll put it by my bin, but we'll have to see what I end up choosing and if I can use this or not. But I really like the idea of the pinks and blues. You guys know how much I love my pink and blue. So I'll just set that right here for now. Ooh, I might have to try one of these though. These are the new Makeup Forever primers. They came out with so many different kinds, the new Step 1 primers. I need to pick one that like I would actually spend my money on, you know? That's kind of the point of this video, at least what I try to do. So for me, I would be into probably the Hydra Booster or the Fresh Brightener. The Fresh Brightener is for fair to light skin tone with dullness and an uneven skin tone. That's what I would buy. I'm gonna go ahead and take this. Okay, this is so not a makeup product, but it kind of is, This is the new Tatcha Dewy Serum. Do I try it? Do I try it underneath like my makeup today? I am obsessed with their dewy cream for underneath makeup, so maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I will prep the skin with this, and then maybe I'll use my dewy cream again. It's been a while, and then I'll go in with primer. It might be a pretty layered skin day, but that's all right. I do want to try this. Okay, I just answered my own question. We're trying it. Okay, so we have some new products from Pixi. These are the 4 new collaborations that they did. I feel like since I already chose something for the lips and for the cheeks, that I won't try the Cream Rouge palette today. However, it looks beautiful. This is an eyeshadow palette. See, this is why I'm not sure which eyeshadow palette I want to use. Maybe I'll set this aside as well. But what I do think I could use immediately are these two right here. So we have a Mind Your Own Glow palette and a Shapeshifter palette. So this is like contour and highlight, and this one is just a bunch of glowy products. I really am curious about these, so put that in the bin. Oh, see, and then there's Natasha Denona's mini love story collection. Oh man, I really want to try this too. How cute is this little eyeshadow palette? See, I feel like this always happens to me. I have like too many things to choose from to the point where I'm like, oh, I don't know what to film with. And then I end up just saving them for later, and then I never end up filming with them because there's just too many things that I've saved for later. I'll keep this open and we'll keep looking and see if there's another eyeshadow palette that catches my eye. There's this collection from ColourPop, the Wild Child eyeshadow palette. This is like a neutral collection. Goodness gracious. There's so much to try. You know what? I feel like maybe I should just stick to something a little more simple so we don't overwhelm ourselves here. So maybe I'll just stick to these right now. And you know what we'll do? Why don't you guys tell me in the comments what eyeshadow palette you'd like to see in an upcoming video. Would you like to see me use the Morphe one? Would you like to see me use the Mini Love palette? Would you like to see me use the Pixie and Tina Young eyeshadow palette? And I will read the comments and I'll be sure to incorporate whatever you guys want to see. But I think we pulled quite a few things. I think we have a pretty solid haul here. So let's go back to my studio and try all of these out. Alrighty. Here it is, folks, the bucket of things. So first I need to go wet this sponge. I'm gonna open it really quick. I'm so excited to try this. I think we have a good selection. I don't think it's too many things. I think it's just right. I'm realizing more and more when it comes to new products, doing a full face of everything new is kind of hard for me to figure out what works for me and what doesn't. So hopefully I'll be able to get a pretty solid opinion on these based off my first impressions. All right, I just opened the Eco Tools sponge. It says Plant Me on the front. How cute is that? Again, this is biodegradable, which is really exciting. So let me go wet the sponge and then we'll come back and just start doing my makeup. All right, so I'm back. My sponge is now damp and it probably doubled or tripled in size. But here's what it looks like. I think it's a cute color and I actually like the shape, so I'll set that aside. All right, first we're gonna try out the Tatcha Dewy Serum. Now, again, this is gonna be a product that I'm gonna have to try out for a while to tell you how I like it as a skincare product. To be honest, I genuinely use Tatcha as my skincare before makeup product. So I love the dewy skin cream underneath makeup. So that's probably how I will end up using the serum. I'll probably just keep it down here in my beauty room to use before makeup. So I did 1.5 pumps. It's almost like a lightweight moisturizer. I was expecting it to be a little bit more sheer or like serum-y. I guess it is. Once I'm applying it, it definitely feels like a serum, but it's almost like a serum slash lightweight moisturizer in my opinion. I'm gonna go ahead and apply this all over the complexion. It has the same scent as the dewy skin cream. It feels really nice on the skin, but again, this is just my first impressions, so I'm gonna have to see how it works for a while underneath a lot of different products to really give you guys my opinion on something like this. But it feels nice. I feel like my skin looks glowy, which is what we can always expect from Tatcha. All right, I'm gonna take a tiny bit of my Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream and we're just gonna layer this on top. Although I really feel like that serum was pretty moisturizing, so I can only imagine that layering both of them is gonna make my skin very, very hydrated and dewy, just like the title says. Okay, so we're gonna let that sink in for a little bit. I always take what's left and apply it on my hands. I'm gonna do complexion first. So the primer that I picked up from upstairs is the Makeup Forever Fresh Brightener Step 1 Primer. So again, this was supposed to be for fair to light skin. It's supposed to apparently even out complexion. And I think it's like a light pink color. Okay, I don't know how much I should use. This could be too much, I don't know. I just applied a little bit on my hand and it does have a nice light pink color to it. So let's go ahead and apply this. Focusing on the cheeks because that's where I need the most brightening. I do get a little redness on the nose too. So I'm just gonna layer this right on top. My skin feels so soft and so prepped from those Tatcha products. Okay, that's nice. I feel like I definitely noticed that it did even out my skin a little bit. It's not super, super opaque, which I actually feel like is good when it comes to color correcting type primers. I feel like in the past, if I've used a color corrector that's too pigmented, I feel like I end up looking like the color of the corrector. But that primer really did just kind of add a bit of freshness. It felt nice. It blended on top of the moisturizer well. This seems like something that I would use a lot because I do struggle with hyperpigmentation still. And something like this might help me use less concealer and foundation. At least that's the idea anyway. Okay, let's go ahead and try out this tinted moisturizer. My skin's gonna be very glowy today. But this is, again, the Becca Light Shifter tinted moisturizer. It's called the Doing Tint, and it's in the shade number 1 Luminary. Here's what the packaging looks like. So it does have a bit of a tint to it, but I wonder how much coverage it's gonna give. It's a squeezy tube. I'm gonna go ahead and apply maybe that much to the back of my hand. I feel like that's not that much, but I just don't know how much to use of this, so gotta start somewhere. I'm gonna take my foundation brush and I'm gonna start applying this to the left side of my face. Okay, I feel like I see some coverage. It's not wild, but I mean, this is called a tinted moisturizer, so I wasn't expecting heaps of coverage. I'm just gonna put it on this half of my face first, and I am gonna take my EcoTools biodegradable sponge. Just gonna press that into the skin. Okay, so I'm noticing a difference. I mean, I did apply quite a bit of moisturizer and stuff to this side of the face, but this is like extra glowy. Like, look at how luminous my face looks. I definitely feel like I personally would use this as more of a mixing product or as a primer versus just by itself. But let's apply it to the entire face and then I'll figure out what I want to do. This time I'm going to just kind of dot this around the complexion and then go in with my brush. Wow, yeah, it definitely creates a glass skin effect. It's going to really illuminate the complexion. Wow. Which I know so many people are into that super glowy look. I am too, but like to a certain extent. I'm just kind of layering it up, seeing if I can create any more coverage. There's a bit of coverage, but it's not anything wild. Definitely more of a tinted moisturizer type thing. If that, in my opinion, I feel like you can really still see my skin through the product, which I think is nice for what it is. I think it's great to have something that's kind of sheer like this because you can really work with it. So for someone who has a really nice even toned complexion but just wants a lot of glow, this might be something that they would use by itself all over the complexion. But for me, I feel like I need more coverage than this. So I am gonna add a little something on top. I'm not sure, should I just do concealer today? Maybe we'll try to keep it a little bit fresh. Yeah, I feel good about that. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. We're just gonna start kind of pinpointing little tiny areas where I want that extra coverage. I feel like I'm fine with my forehead as far as coverage goes, but I just have so many spots on my cheeks that I really want those kind of concealed. All right, I'm gonna start off with a little brush. This one's from Hourglass, and I'm gonna blend this out. This is a little bit of a different style than what I usually do. I see people do their makeup like this, but I kind of just go straight into a more full coverage or medium coverage foundation just because I do have more redness than a lot of people. But now that I'm blending this out, I actually feel like that Becca product would work great for looks like this where you just want to kind of pinpoint concealer and have a really glowy complexion everywhere else. I'm taking what's left and applying it kind of in that center of my brows, and then I'm going to go back in with my EcoTools sponge, which by the way feels really nice on the skin. I hope they come out with different sizes because I personally like a sponge that's a little bit smaller, but I feel like it's working really well. I'm obsessed with the fact that it's biodegradable. I think that's so cool. Taking what's left of the concealer brush and just kind of brushing that across the eyelid to lightly cancel out some discoloration there. Okay, I feel very glowy, but I don't mind, honestly. Let's continue. All right, I think maybe I'll use this next. This says it's a weightless powder that sets with sheer buildable coverage. So this is supposed to have some coverage too. And it has light shifting pigments that absorb and reflect light to create a satin radiant finish. And you can sweep it all over the face to set makeup and perfect skin, or you can use it over the light shifter doing tint or on bare skin. Okay, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna go into a powder under the eyes, just something that I'm a little more familiar with, and then I can layer on that Becca one on the rest of the face. So I'm gonna take my Thrive Cosmetics powder. I'm just gonna tap that underneath the eyes to set the concealer. I'm also gonna take that on the areas where I don't want my pores to be emphasized. So on the sides of the nose and on the chin a bit, and also in the center of the forehead. Then I'm just gonna gently press over that powder with my sponge. I am gonna dip into this powder now. I want to use something kind of fluffy. I've got this Laura Mercier dual fiber brush. I feel like might be nice to use with something like this. So here is this powder. It's just got a nice little reflective surface. So this is the Becca Light Shifter Finishing Veil, and I chose the shade Scattering, which looks like this. This is always so satisfying. I love that. Okay, all right, we're gonna try this out. I'm gonna just swirl my brush into this and then maybe like stamp it onto the skin first and then buff? I don't really know. Sometimes these types of formulas make me a little nervous. Like I don't know if I should use maybe a more dense brush first. I don't know. There's probably not really rules when it comes to this, but okay, I switched my brush to something a little bit more dense just so I could really pick up the product and press it into the skin. So I'm gonna set the outsides of the face with this. Usually when I use something that's like a finishing powder, I set my face with just a translucent powder first and then go in with something like this, but it seems like this might work on its own. I feel like something kind of grabbed around my eyebrows. I'm not sure what yet. I'm gonna go back over everything with my sponge just to make sure there's no powdery finish. It's kind of fun to just sit and try new things without too much pressure, you know? I feel like that's the vibe of today's video. Like, I'm just playing with makeup and I don't really know how it's gonna turn out. I do that a lot off camera. I will literally just sit in my beauty room and layer all sorts of products and try so many products at once with like no certain end goal in mind, but it's one of my favorite things to do, to just play with makeup with no rules, you know? Like doing my makeup at a time where I know I have nothing else to do, no one's gonna see me, so it doesn't matter how it turns out. That's kind of how I feel today. Except the difference is, I guess you guys will see how it turns out. Oh, I'm filling in my brows, by the way, just with my Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I'm just gonna quickly bronze up the skin with a little bit of my Hoola Light Bronzer. Oh wait, no I'm not. I feel like I could use one of these as a bronzer. Yeah, I think I could. Is that too deep? Since I already dipped my brush into the pan, I don't want to waste this. So I'm just going to do like a light layer of this bronzer. And then let's open this up. This is the Pixie and Promise to Mang palette. It's the Shapeshifter palette. I always use tweezers to open these things. It's so much easier than trying to pick at it. Okay, so here's the palette. It looks like there's quite a few matte sculpting shades, and then we have a couple highlighters. I think I'm going to use one of the highlighters from the other Pixie palette, but I did want to use some of these to just kind of brighten the face. So you know what? I'm gonna actually take this matte shade right here, and if I'm reading them right, this is called Himalaya. I'm just gonna tap off the excess, and I'm gonna use this to just kind of smooth out the under eye area and brighten this a bit. Ooh, that's nice. It's very, very finely milled and pretty undetectable on the skin. Ooh, I like that. I'm just gonna kind of mattify this area here, and it does have a little bit of coverage to it, which is nice. So I'm just gonna use that to kind of highlight the center of the face a bit. Okay, and then I'm gonna go into the bronzer contour kind of shade right underneath the shade I just used. And I'm gonna start kind of warming up the complexion with this. I feel like I should have powdered my forehead a little bit better, but that's okay. I'm just gonna keep blending this shade out all over the skin. It's actually way more visible and warmer than I thought it was going to be based off of just looking at this palette. Like it seems like this would be a little bit more cool toned, but I truly feel like it's got a bit of warmth to it, which is nice. Just continuing to buff and blend that into the complexion. It's actually very, very nice. I'm just taking a bit more of that lighter shade from the palette and kind of buffing the edges to help blend the bronzer into the complexion a little better, especially on the forehead where I feel like I left it a little too tacky. So the bronzer grabbed a little bit up here, but I feel like it blended itself out pretty nicely considering that I didn't have it set very well. I don't mind how this looks at all. That bronzer was really pretty. And it's nice because like if you're a makeup artist, you've got shades for everybody in here. And if you're not a makeup artist, you could totally use the shades that are too light or too deep for you on your eyes as eyeshadow, which would be really pretty. All right, let's open up this Kaja box and see what it's all about. I feel like there's a blush in here that I want to use. Cute, oh my gosh, their packaging is so cute. This is the Cheeky Stamp in the shade 03 Bossy. Oh, I have to remove the film. I literally think it's like a heart stamp thing. Okay, yeah, so I just took the film off and it's like this actual cushion with the pigment in it. And then on the top, oh, you have a little heart. How cute is that? Okay, I'm hoping this will blend out well on my cheeks. My cheeks are honestly pretty tacky still. So let's try it. Oh my gosh, how cute. Is this not like the perfect thing for Valentine's Day? Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna kind of press it into the back of my hand to get a feel for the pigment. Okay, so it shears out a lot more than I thought it would. I was kind of nervous that it would be too deep. I'm gonna smile and just, oh, why does my heart look so funny? I don't think I pressed it in enough. This is fun. I feel like a kid playing with Play-Doh or something. Okay, I'm just gonna use my fingers to blend this out. I feel like I wasn't working fast enough using a finger, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go over it with the bottom of my Eco Tool sponge. That's honestly really cute. The color is nice. It's like a pretty kind of corally blush. It sheared out way more than I thought it would based off of like what it looked like in the pan. How fun. Gosh, that was a really fun little blush. Okay, so we've got this Mochi Glow, which I think I'm gonna use and then layer up one of the glowy powders from here. We're just trying a lot today, so. Pretty, oh my gosh, this is the Mochi Glow in the shade Luna. I wonder if this will be too deep for me. Maybe not. Oh, it feels so nice in the pan. It's a gorgeous golden glow. I honestly feel like it might be okay. I'm just gonna take this on my finger and I'm going to apply it to the high points of the face. I'm gonna use it as kind of like a base for the other Pixie Glow product. Actually, I feel like that works. I was worried that you'd be able to see kind of a darker cast from the front, and I feel like it's semi-visible, but I do feel like it works actually. Look how cute. That's really pretty. Going down the center of the face with this as well. Okay. Wow, this whole Kaja box is so fun. Oh, you know what? I genuinely thought that I had tried this specific shade in this really cute little Kaja bento box eyeshadow, but I actually don't have this quad. This is really pretty and like golden. Should I try it? I should try it. See, this solved my problem from earlier. I couldn't pick an eyeshadow palette and here we are. I'm gonna go in with the base shade, just a really pretty warm brown. And I'm literally going to just put this all over the eyelid. And I'm gonna take a bit and apply that along the lower lash line as well. I didn't set my eyelid with powder, so hopefully this blends as well as it normally does. I don't know. I'm just kind of like trying new things with my makeup today. Seeing how a more tacky eyelid would adhere to eyeshadow. I'm not going anywhere later. If it doesn't turn out, oh well. This color is really pretty though. I love kind of that mustardy undertone. This is definitely a summery vibe in my opinion. Like this specific set that they sent me, it's so cute. Like the corals and the toasty looking eyeshadows and the golds. It's really pretty. All right, I don't know which shimmer shade to choose. So there's one that's like a coppery one and then one that's more yellow tone. Maybe I'll end up using both. I'm just gonna start with the second shade, the middle shade, which is that kind of more copper tone. And I'm just gonna take this on my finger and apply this all over the eyelid. Ooh, wow. This is turning out a little more glam than what I had initially anticipated, but oh well. All right, I'm kind of going back in with that fluffy brush we were just using to smooth out the edges. And I'm gonna take a smaller brush and dip into that same shade and I'm just gonna pinch it and apply this along the lower lash line as well. This color is gorgeous. See, maybe not being able to pick an eyeshadow palette was really meant to be because I'm loving that kind of orangey bronze vibe. Let's take the top shade. This is so beautiful. It's kind of like a yellow gold. I'm wanting to just kind of apply this in that inner third of the eye, dragging it into the inner corner as well, just for a pop of that yellow gold right here. That's so nice. They have like a pink one of these that I bought and I really enjoy. They're the cutest little eyeshadow trios and I feel like they're such good quality and it makes it foolproof. Like it takes the guesswork out of what eyeshadow colors to use, you know? I'm just taking this yellow and kind of layering it across the lid and we'll take what's left on the brush and kind of dust it on the lower lash line as well. So pretty. Okay, I'm taking the brush just with whatever's left on it and kind of dusting the under eye area to really buff and blend everything into the skin around the eye. I feel like I need my lashes to really stand out with this look, so I'm gonna go into my Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara and really layer this up. All right, mascara's on and now I'm just touching up the brows a bit. Honestly, I love how the eye look turned out. It's like kind of messy and undone in a way, which I really like. I did get some mascara marks on the lid, so I'm just gonna wait for that to dry a bit. That was so fun. I really enjoyed everything in that box. There's also a little lip color. Oh, cute. Look, it's a little heart. I love that so much, but I'm gonna have to try that on another day because I'm gonna try those Bobbi Brown lip products today. Let's add more glow to the skin. I feel like I'm beaming already, but let's try this out. This is the Mind Your Own Glow palette from Makeup by Denise. Where are my tweezers? So this is a highlighter palette, which is kind of cool. I'm loving that there's rosy tones in here as well as more warm tones, and you've got some neutral shades as well. Let's layer this up. This is definitely not how I would do my makeup if I wanted it to last really well all day or look balanced and a little more matte. But I'm also not exactly trying to create something that's gonna last all day. Okay, I'm kind of swatching a couple of these. Ooh, they're buttery. Okay, immediately I wanted to use this second shade on the top row, dipping a highlight brush into that. And we're just gonna layer this right on top of that cream highlight. We're really glowing today. Ooh, that's nice. It's so buttery. Wow. Very glowy, very glowy. But I'm into it. Gosh, this makeup makes me want summer already. There's literally heaps of snow outside and I'm feeling like I'm ready to go on vacation with this look. Okay, I do want to lighten up my inner corner a bit, and this lightest shade has a really nice golden reflect to it, which I think will pair really nicely with the eye look that I created. So I'm going to take this shade. We're just going to brighten this inner corner up slightly with this. Oh my gosh, that sure did brighten things up. I feel like it's the perfect addition because it has that really nice yellowy undertone, like yellow gold. Pop that underneath the brow bone as well. Sweet, I feel like that made it look a little nicer. Do we dare add a glowy highlight as a blush? We should try it. I'm gonna use this toasty pink one right here, and I'm going to apply that to the apples of the cheeks. Oh my gosh. You know how people sometimes joke when there's like too much highlighter or glow that you look like a rotisserie chicken? I actually look like a rotisserie chicken. Oh, but in the best way. I'm not mad at it at all. I think that's pretty. You definitely see the color from the pink, but the glow is insane. Oh my gosh, I look like a Tin Man kind of, but I'm just having fun today. Again, I'm not going anywhere. That's the best part about makeup. Like, for me, it's therapeutic, so anytime that I have a chance to just play with makeup for no reason and with no certain result or expectation in mind in the end, it's just my favorite. Oh, very nice. Okay, here we go. We brought the whole PR box down for these Bobbi Brown crushed lipsticks, and there's a lot of bright colors in here. I feel like I should probably lean more neutral. There's like a nice red. Okay, it seems like the most neutral, like muted nude shade is the shade Honey, number 2. I don't know what to expect with this formula, so I'm gonna kind of like put it on first and then I'll figure out if I want a lip liner or anything else. Here's the packaging. It's kind of interesting. You actually press on the top like that, and then it will come down through the component and then you just pull it out. So here it is. Again, this is Honey 2. I'm just gonna apply this all over the lips. Okay, that feels really nice. It's definitely like a tinted lip balm type of feel. I feel like the packaging is kind of interesting. Oh, I almost put that in the wrong way and it would have totally smashed the top. So if you do try these, be aware of that. Why do I see myself totally doing that sometime? Like using this in my purse and then going back in and accidentally putting it in the other way and then just completely smashing it. So that idea isn't my favorite. So maybe the packaging is kind of lacking in that way, but I do feel like it's fun and innovative in every other way. Pretty. Okay, I really like that color. Okay, I think that's everything that I wanted to try. Of course, I always need to step back and assess the situation. And today, even though I love how glowy I am, I'm gonna put a little bit more of the Thrive Cosmetics powder in the T-zone just to kind of even things out, you know? Just gonna kind of apply this over the pores a little to really smooth things out there. And then let's add some dewy setting spray. This one's just from Patrick Ta. Just gonna do it on the sides of the face. This one smells so good. This is the Major Glow Dewy Milk Mist. And then I'm just gonna go in with my biodegradable sponge and press that into the complexion. I'm literally not complete without brow gel when it comes to finishing a makeup look. So I'm just gonna run that through the brows. This is my Benefit one. Okay, I'm trying to dust off mascara marks. If it's not perfect, I don't mind because I kind of like having a little bit of a lived-in look on the eyes. All right, folks, here's my very, very glowy look that I created using all of those new products today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming with me into my PR room to try out some of these things. So let's go through everything just really quickly. I mean, this is obviously just my first impressions, but I want to kind of let you know what I'm the most excited about based off of trying everything for the first time. So the Tatcha Dewy Serum, I'm gonna have to keep using this. I think it felt really nice. I love the smell of it. I love the dewy cream. So I'm excited to have this in my collection. And I feel like I could possibly use it as a lightweight moisturizer when it comes to underneath makeup, because this one can be a little bit more on the heavy side. So instead of layering them next time, I think I will try try it underneath my makeup by itself and see how it wears. Definitely something I will continue to use, but can't give you guys my full opinion on it right now since it was my first time using it. Okay, the Becca Light Shifter, actually, I feel like I am really excited about this still, and I'm excited to see how else I can use it. I like the idea that it's so versatile, so it's not just a tinted moisturizer, however you could wear it like that. For me, I'm going to use it definitely as an all-over base product. I loved how it looked by itself, just with a little concealer. I could see myself using it that way quite a bit. I feel like it definitely contributed to the overall glow on my skin, and I liked the texture. I liked the formula. It seemed to glide over everything else really nicely. So I'm very excited about this. The light shifting veil, I feel like I need to try it again, and I need to try it in a different way. I couldn't tell if it was doing anything today, probably because I had so many dewy products on my face. So I'm going to try this with more of a matte base, using it as a finishing powder the way I normally would. I was just really excited to use it with this glowy product. So I'll get back to you on this. I feel like I'm not sure about this one yet. I didn't really get a full feel for it, but I can be pretty confident in my first impressions saying that I will use this one again. Okay, the Kaja little bento box collection with the eyeshadow. This was so cute. I loved it. I really did enjoy the blush. I feel like it's so pretty. I would love to try more shades in this. The highlight was beautiful as well. And again, I've tried other bento eyeshadows from Kaja, really like them, but this one screams summer. I really like the orangey golden tone, so I'm excited to have this in my collection. I'm gonna have to try the lip product later, but honestly, very, very excited about all the Kaja products I tried. All right, for the Pixie stuff, I honestly was not expecting to enjoy the Promise to Make palette as much as I did because I feel like I own a lot of contour highlight palettes like this. The formula of this to kind of use it to smooth under the eye area and brighten up the center of the face was gorgeous. This bronzer looks so nice on the complexion and it's way warmer than it looks in the pan. I really like this and I could see myself using some of the deeper shades as eyeshadow. These are like perfect eyeshadow shades for every day, and this shade right here could be used as an eyeshadow as well, so really excited about that. And then the 3 shades that I tried in this were so nice. I love having like a glowy blush topper. The monitor's confusing me. I meant to point to this shade. I really loved how this looked. I know my skin looks so extremely glowy, but I love having that bit of golden glow mixed in with like a pink base so that you get the best of both worlds. Like you get a gorgeous pink when you look forward, but when you turn to the side, it just catches the light so nicely. I'm very excited about both those palettes actually. And then last but not least, what are these called again? The new Crushed Shine Jelly Sticks. I think they look really pretty on the lips. This is definitely something that I would use for more of a no makeup kind of a day. However, they do have a lot of more bold shades, which I'll have to try another time. But this shade in particular, I could definitely see myself using or throwing in my purse because it just screams like every day for me. Again, the only con that I can think of right now is the packaging. If you put down the cap and you don't remember which way the lipstick is supposed to face, that could be a problem because you could smash it on accident. So that's the only thing. Like if you do try these, be careful when you put the lipstick back in. And then the EcoTool sponge, my goodness, I feel like it worked so beautifully, and why not use it? Because it's biodegradable, so I love that idea completely. I do hope that they come out with more sizes. This one worked great for today, but I just would love to have like a little biodegradable sponge family, something smaller maybe to work around the eyes a little bit better. But what a cool concept, how innovative, really excited about that. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot the Makeup Forever primer. I did notice a difference as far as evening things out, and I almost feel like that had to have played a role after I applied this on top in me feeling like I could get away with just concealer today and not worry about applying a foundation on top of everything. I feel like this helped even things out, and then this kind of evened things out a little bit more and added that glow. So yeah, I feel like a lot of these products were really great today. Obviously, it's just a first impression, so I'm gonna keep using the things I'm most excited about, and I'll get back to you guys. I mean, I always reuse the things that are genuinely sticking in my routine, so just keep an eye out for some of these products in the future. But I'm happy with how my makeup turned out, and I feel like that was a fun video to film. So let me know in the comments if you're into this glowy of a base. I would love to know. I feel like I'm just not really used to it, but I do really like how fresh it looks. So let me know in the comments if you want to see me create more rotisserie chicken tutorials. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button. And if you're already a subscriber, but you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, click on the bell after you subscribe and you'll get a notification every single time I post. That's it from me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye!